I'm taking over Tottenham in the middle of the season, who in this game are lying in third place in the Premier League. We tried to get as close to real life as possible. They're through in the Champions League, however they are knocked out in the Carabao Cup. We're here as the new Tottenham boss, and in this save, to go along with the ongoing Swindon Town save, which will soon perhaps have a little bit of a twist to it, we're going to be doing this Tottenham save, where we're going to basically be trying to build them up to be one of the Premier League and the world's best teams. We know that Tottenham are a team that have got great facilities. 62,850 seater stadium built in 2019. Hotspur Way, one of the best facilities for training and youth in the whole of England, and a team which does include star players Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, and other great players such as Bentancur, Højbjerg, Romero, Lloris and Kulusevski. But there are some downsides to their team, such as Doherty, Dyer and Davies, just to name a few. So, our goal is to try and get Tottenham, one, consistently into the Champions League, but then pushing to try and win league titles, pushing to try and win the Champions League, pushing to try and win the FA Cup, pushing to try and win the EFL Cup. They've not won a trophy since 2008, and we want to change that, and hopefully we can. So that's going to be our challenge. This save is going to be slightly different, as I'm going to be bringing it to you probably every Sunday. I'm going to try and do that. So that's the plan, and let's get straight into this. So what we decided to do, first things first, is have a look at the tactics. This is what we chose to go for. Similar formation to what Antonio Conte is doing. We're going for a gegenpress style system, and we're going to have this our main team until January, so the last couple of games of the year. So Hugo Lloris in goal, Romero, Dyer, Longley, then Doherty will start right back with Perisic on the other side, Bentancur and Højbjerg, the two in midfield, Kulusevski, Son and Kane. We'll also make a more defensive version of this formation, and then also we have started, well, we've got a lot of staff that we're trying to get, and we have also started this, our recruitment focuses. We're looking for a goalkeeper, a centre-back, wide centre-back, a right-back and a attacking midfielder. I've also, I've not shortlisted many players, but I've started scouting, actually let me unshortlist Kudus. I started scouting a load of players that Tottenham have been linked with in real life, and yes, so that is what we're going to do. And we've also got a lot of players here. Pedro Porro, he can have a bit of a scout as well. So yeah, lots of players here for me to go through. But first game is going to be against Brentford. And basically the style of video for this, we're going to go through a whole load of games. We'll probably go to the Man City game, and I'll just show you highlights of all of these short ones, and I'll just post comment. So let's get into that now. And the first piece of news that we have to talk about is Harry Kane signing a new contract. And then we get into the games. 0-0 draw on the first game for us. Before, we played Aston Villa, a 3-0 win in this one. Kulusevski finding Kane for the first one. He's scoring our first goal as Tottenham Hotspur manager. A great finish by the England captain. And he'd be influential in this second goal as well. Running down this right-hand side, did well. Found Højbjerg, who had thread through Son Heung-min to find our second goal, after Harry Kane had in fact missed a penalty. And then we would find our third with 2 minutes left of play, when Harry Kane found Pierre-Emile Højbjerg inside the box, and it's a great finish by the Denmark international. And then we go on to the Crystal Palace game. Doherty doing really well on this right hand side, and Anderson put it into his own net in this 5-0 thriller of a game. Son then found Davies, who found Basuma, who threaded through Kane for his second goal under us and the second goal of that game. Before Kulusevski would do well on the right hand side, find Bentancur, who would chip it into Basuma, who would have a lovely volley which Johnston couldn't keep out and would get his first goal in the Tottenham Hotspur shirt, before Perisic would bring it down the right. Son would then pick up the ball, play it back into Perisic, and it would be deflected into the net, but come as Perisic's goal, as it was going to go in anyway. And then the final goal of the proceedings was when Kulusevski cut it back to Spence, who did ever so well, but it was blocked and Hill tried to get it in, but in the end Richarlison put it in the net. And then the next game was against Norwich in the FA Cup, which was a very poor result. Now let's get into Tottenham versus Arsenal. And the first chance of the game going to Arsenal. Here's Ødegaard, plays the ball through, and Nketiah's onside and he scores! And it's his first North London derby goal, and Eddie Nketiah makes it 1-0 Arsenal. As here are Tottenham trying to get back into this game, and Kulusevski now plays it into Spence, and now it's through to Son at the back post, who puts it in to level the game up. And even with... As here is Spence, now Højbjerg, shot blocked, Davies across to Richarlison, who scores! And Tottenham leading without Harry Kane here. He picked up the flu midweek, and here is Sessegnon, ball to the back post, Kulusevski scores! And it's 3-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal win the ball back well in the midfield, and here's Nketiah through on goal. Can he get his second of the day? He can! Eddie Nketiah gets one back with 18 minutes to go. And Tottenham with a brilliant performance as they get the victory against a good side in Arsenal, and that lead at the top of the table goes down. And welcome to our viewers around the world to Tottenham versus Man United. This is Richarlison with the header at the back post, and it's 1-0 Tottenham. As here is Son, and Tottenham already a goal up, and that's beautiful by Son. He's cut inside, and here's Højbjerg, and it's another goal for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in a Tottenham shirt. As here is Romero, Tottenham in cruise control into these final few minutes. Sailmakers, the substitute, plays it into Kudus, and it's his first goal for Tottenham Hotspur. The new two signings, and Fernandes, great penalty, and gets a goal back. As here is Kudus, the new signing, comes down the right and links up with Sailmakers again. Will he take the shot? He will. Oh, what a finish by Sailmakers. Beautiful goal. And Tottenham get another win in the Premier League, unbeaten under their new manager, as they beat Manchester United by 4-1. So, Fulham versus Tottenham was the next game, and we would not really do anything for the first 78 minutes, but Kudus would get his second goal in a Tottenham shirt with only 12 minutes left to play. But sadly, with a minute to go, Fulham would find their goal and would ruin our day. But that did leave us third in the Premier League table, not too far away from Arsenal, only 7 points. So definitely a mountain that we can climb. Our first signing in January was Mohamed Kudus. He's been brilliant so far in a Spurs shirt. 2 goals, 1 assist. Him coming in from Ajax for £24.5 million. Then the next signing was Stefan de Vrij. We brought him in now for £6.5 million. We were going to bring him in the summer, but he had so much quality and so much European experience. Then we also brought in Weston McKennie. He is a great midfielder, can run for absolute days, and is so well balanced. So definitely worth the £37 million we spent on him. Then Alexis Sailmakers, who will be playing at wing back, he came in, and the Belgium cost just the loan fee of 3.2 million, but we do have a buy clause of like 13 million for him. And then Bino Gittens has joined on loan from Borussia Dortmund. We can sign for £16 million as well. He's got 5-star potential, looks like a really decent player even now. And then on the outs, the first one was Lucas Moura. We sold him to Ajax for £10.5 million, so I was pretty happy with that price tag. Then the next departure was Brian Hill. He's gone out on loan to Leicester. There may still be other departures, but these are the ones at this time, 24th of January. Alfie Devine's also going out on loan, as has Pape Matar Sarr. So that's the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.